It was designed and built by General Dynamics, originating from a United States Air Force requirement in 1972, which requested a light fighter. The F-16 Fighting Falcon has proven to be a great export success, equipping many United States allied countries around the world. It ended up serving in the Air Force of 28 countries, becoming the largest Western combat aviation program, with over 4,500 aircraft built. Although it is no longer manufactured for the United States Air Force, production is still active for export. The aircraft has also been manufactured under license in Belgium, South Korea, the Netherlands and Turkey. In this video we are going to see how it evolved in multiple versions and what their differences are. Like for example, the blocks ending in 0, like Block 30, are powered by the General Electric engine, while the block ending in 2, such as Block 32, is equipped with Pratt & Whitney engines. Welcome to a new World of Aviation Aeropedia video. With the experience in the Vietnam War, several flaws in the capabilities of American fighters were revealed, mainly in the F-4 Phantom II, and it was shown that neither these planes nor their pilots were prepared for close air combat or dogfight, especially due to the lack of cannons or maneuverability, in a time when it was believed that long-range missiles beyond visual range were the future of air combat. But this was really wrong. This need for new air superiority fighters led to the United States Air Force, or the United States Air Force, to start in the mid-60s 2 projects to develop new high-performance aircraft. One of these programs was the FX, which sought a twin-engine design on the order of 20 tons, advanced avionics and long-range missiles. And they ended up developing the F-15 Eagle. The other program was the Advanced Day Fighter or Advanced Day Fighter, for a light fighter of about 10 tons, half that of the previous one, that could surpass the performance of the Soviet Mikoyan 21. In 1975, 2 companies came forward with projects General Dynamics and Northrop, with the IF-16 prototype and the IF-17 respectively. The first flight of the IF-16 prototype took place at Edwards Air Force Base in January of '74. The IF-16 was chosen as the winner of the Air Combat Fighter program for being more maneuverable, cheaper, and having a greater range. The United States Air Force also stated that the IF-16 used the same plate and wingnut F-100 engines as the F-15, which would reduce the engine costs for both programs. After being selected, the prototype design of the IF-16 was altered for mass production of what would become the F-16A. The fuselage was lengthened by almost 30 centimeters. The nose radome was replaced with a larger one to house the APG-66 radar. The wing area was increased by 2 square meters, and many other modifications would increase the weight by about 35% compared to the prototypes. In October 1974, the Air Force announced its intention to purchase 600 units, with the possibility of expanding to 1,400 more units. The first production model, the F-16A, flew in December of '76, but only entered service with the United States Air Force in '79, during the celebration of the Paris Air Show. The 4 European partners, later known as the European Participation Group, Belgium, Denmark, the Netherlands and Norway, signed up for the acquisition of 348 combat aircraft. Although it was originally designed as a light daytime fighter, it evolved into an extraordinary all-weather fighter bomber. In '93, the F-16 changed manufacturers, as in this year General Dynamics sold its company to the Lockheed Company, which today is Lockheed Martin, after its merger in '95 with the Martin Company. The Fighting Falcon is a plane specialized in close air combat, which introduced numerous innovations, including a frameless bubble cockpit for better visibility. And this was a key feature because of the exceptional field of vision it has for combat. Dogfight. It also has a side control stick for better control under high G-forces and a reclining seat to reduce the effect of this G-force on the pilot. It is the first purpose-built combat aircraft to withstand turns of up to 9 G. It was designed to be a workhorse with good cost-performance ratio that could perform various types of missions and stay constantly ready. It is much smaller and lighter than its predecessors, but employs advanced avionics and aerodynamics. It was also the first to use fly-by-wire, an electronic flight control system instead of physical cables. It has a thrust-to-weight ratio greater than 1. This means it has the power to even ascend and accelerate vertically if necessary. The F-16 was designed to be relatively inexpensive to build and simpler to maintain than previous generation fighters. The fuselage is constructed with approximately 80% aeronautical quality aluminum alloys, 8% steel, 3% composite materials and 1.5% titanium. It is a single engine designed for a versatile fighter bomber. It has a maximum takeoff weight of 42 tons and a combat radius of 546 kilometers with internal fuel tanks. Its maximum speed is 2,121 kilometers per hour and it has 7 attachment points to carry up to 7,700 kilograms of weaponry. And it has a 20mm Vulcan cannon with 511 rounds. The twist, or twist of the wing, is a trick used by aeronautical engineers to solve an aerodynamic problem. This twist that reduces the incidence of the wing chord, that is, the line that goes from the trailing edge to the leading edge, is sometimes called washout in English. In these images, you can clearly see the twist of the wing of an F-16 from the missile rail at the wingtip in relation to the fuselage. Although the original program in the 70s required a structural life of 4,000 flight hours, capable of reaching 7.3 G with 80% internal fuel, the engineers at General Dynamics decided to design the lifespan of the F-16 fuselage for more than 8,000 flight hours and for maneuvers of 9 G with full internal fuel. This proved very advantageous when the aircraft's mission changed from air-to-air combat to multi-role operations such as ground attack. Changes in operational use and additional systems increased the weight, which required multiple programs of structural strengthening. It then evolved into the Block 25 variants, which they called F-16C for the single-seater and F-16D for the two-seater, which entered service in '84. It added all-weather capabilities for air-to-air missiles beyond visual range. It also provided a substantial improvement in avionics for the cockpit, the new APG-68 radar and the new Pratt & Whitney F100PW200 engine. From Block 30 onward, they were fitted with General Electric FE110 GE100 engines. From this point on, blocks ending in 0, for example Block 30, are powered by General Electric, while blocks ending in 2, such as 32, are equipped with Pratt & Whitney engines. And so they are offered for export. The 40 and 42 blocks entered service in 1988 with all-weather capabilities equipping the Lantern system and could also equip laser-guided bombs. The 50 and 52 blocks were first delivered at the end of 1991. This block is equipped with an enhanced global positioning system and inertial navigation system set and can order an even more advanced batch of weaponry. The F-16 single-seater and the F-2-seater are the latest version of the F-16. Currently, these do not exist in the inventory of the United States Air Force, and for now, it is just an export variant. The Block 60, for sale outside of the United Arab Emirates, is based on the CID block, or 50 and 52, and they offer conformal fuel tanks and improvements in radar and avionics. At the Singapore Air Show of 2012, Lockheed Martin revealed its latest version, the F-16B Short or B-Girl. And this suffixed by the nickname Viper, which had a much more modern radar, the APG-83 and redesigned cockpit. It first flew in October 2015. Lockheed Martin has redesignated the F-16B as the Block 70 to compete for a contract for a versatile aircraft for India. But in the end, they went with the Dassault Rafale. The F-16 has participated in numerous conflicts, with the United States, Israel and Turkey being some of the main users, and the Middle East and the Balkans being the most common scenarios. The first air combat victory of an F-16 was achieved by the Israeli Air Force in the Bekaa Valley. On the 28th of April 1981, shooting down a Syrian Mil-Mi-8 helicopter, the F-16 appeared in 2 aerial acrobatics groups, also the United States Thunderbirds since 1983 and the Black Knights from Singapore since the year 2000. They were exported to more than 25 countries and in Latin America used by Chile and Venezuela. In the early 2000s, the Chilean Air Force initially purchased 10 F-16C and D Block 50 units. In 2005, 18 more units were acquired, but versions F-16A and B of Block 20 purchased from the Band Y in 2008, another 18 units. Of this to complete a total of 46 Chilean firing Falcons, which to date have undergone several modernizations. In the case of Venezuela, the first F-16s arrived in 1983, being the first country in Latin America to have this modern aircraft. 18 F-16A and 6 B2-seaters had been acquired. In Argentina, as of August 2023, negotiations are ongoing to purchase these aircraft from Denmark. And these 3D images are how I imagine them, with the colors of my country. I hope I can see them in person with this flag, we'll see. They would be the midlife update versions, which means midlife update in English, with updates in avionics, radar, cockpit, among other things. From 2015, it is the most numerous fixed-wing aircraft in the world in military service. Over 4,600 units have been produced, and it is planned that the F-16 will remain in service with the United States Air Force until the year 2030, but they will be gradually replaced with the Lockheed Martin F-35 Lightning II, a plane of which we already have a video. I'll leave it at the end for you to watch later. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I'm Marcos, and this has been the Aeropedia of Aviation World. Thank you.